Do you want to get into Yukio Mishima's books, but you don't know where to get started? Well, this might be a good one for you. The Sailor Who Fell from Grace with the Sea is a novel by Yukio Mishima, published in 1963 in Japan and then released in English in 1965. It follows the story of an adolescent boy named Noboru who lives with his widowed mother Fusako when Ryuji, a sailor of a commercial steamer, comes to shore and develops a romantic relationship with Fusako. Noboru starts a strange and deep idolization of Ryuji because of his perceived connection between Ryuji and the sea. But when Ryuji and Fusako's relationship develops more and Ryuji begins to think more about settling on land, Noboru begins to resent Ryuji upon discovering Ryuji as a soft and romantic type, and also lamenting the fact that Ryuji is losing what makes him a hero in his eyes, his connection to the sea. So what follows is a very disturbing and something you should definitely read to find out. It can be quite intimidating to read Yukio Mishima. Not only was he a brilliant writer, but he was unbelievably prolific. He wrote 34 novels in addition to 50 plays, 25 books of short stories, and many more. But oftentimes I recommend this book for Yukio Mishima beginners because, first of all, it's short and it's pretty straightforward. It's also a great introduction to one of Mishima's core themes, which is this idea around constant struggle between ideal and reality. Simply put, the children from this book represent idealism and the adults represent conforming to reality. And when the children see that their perceived ideal within Ryuji is broken, that is when they react violently to restore the balance. And I think this is something that Yukio Mishima himself struggled with a lot throughout his life. He took up weight training, for example, because he disliked his own weakness and he sought out to achieve what he thought as an ideal. And more controversially, perhaps this was also what drove his political obsession of wanting to return Japan to what he saw as an ideal state, all of which ended just as violently as this book, in fact. And I think this book, adapted into also a British film, written quite late into his literary career, was in a way an allusion to where Mishima himself was going. It tells you what happens when your sense of reality is overwhelmed by your fanaticism for your ideals and how violent and cruel of a place you can find yourself in at the end of it all.